Gab, of course, someone you know well. Do you think he'd be up for the Brazil job?
I think he would be if he is ready to move on from Real Madrid, and more importantly, as Sid alluded to, if Real Madrid are ready to move on from him. I mean, you know, he's talked in the past about how, you know, at some point maybe a national team would work for him, and he'd find it very hard to kind of coach against Italy, but the Italy job isn't open and won't be open for a while. Brazil, you're in a different confederation, you're in a different kind of world. It would be a new challenge. Yeah, I think he's toying with it. You know, arguably, you know, the most talented or second most talented national team in the world. I think, you know, once the Rubicon is crossed, once it becomes clear that he's not going to come back for a third season at Real Madrid, I think he's going to take a look and everything's going to be on the table. Not just that, he might also decide to go home to Vancouver, that is, and you know, maybe Canada. Why not? Hosts of 2026, you don't got to worry about qualifying for the World Cup. But I think, you know, he's going to take a pause and he's going to just look at everything that's on the table. I certainly don't think he's ruling out Brazil in any way, shape, or form. And then obviously Brazil don't believe that either. Otherwise, they would have appointed a permanent coach rather than an interim one.
Surely the concern of playing Italy isn't that big a one because he's not in the Euros and they don't qualify for the World Cup, Gab. Yeah. There it is! Right.
Well, with 48 teams.
There it is.
48 teams they will.
Who says international break is boring? Sid, just what is the feeling amongst the fans for Ancelotti? Of course, he's given them so much. Are they willing to see him ride off into the sunset and someone like Xabi Alonso come in?
Yeah, absolutely they are. And now I think they would miss him. I think they think that he's a really great manager. Everybody admires him enormously. But there's also that sense that, you know, at some point, this is something that you move on from. And just to pick up where Gab left off there, by the way, this basically depends on Real Madrid now. If Ancelotti is sacked by Real Madrid, and he wouldn't be enormously upset about this. He's made a public point of saying, listen, if I'm there for 3 days, it's 3 days. If I'm there for 3 months, it's 3 months. If I'm there for 3 years, 3 years. Whatever happens, I'll be grateful. He will then say, great, Brazil, what a brilliant place to go afterwards. And it's really about how the exit from Real Madrid is handled and who, if you like, takes the first step to make it happen. I think in an ideal world, for almost everyone, at the end of the season, it's done nicely. It's done in a good way. Ancelotti leaves Real Madrid, takes the Brazil job, and Real Madrid picks someone else up, and everyone says they're pleased with each other.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.